Hi everyone, I'm Florian Puhani. Welcome to my creative training hacks. Of all the novel options for weighted push-ups I've tested so far, the twin bell is definitely the most affordable and practical one. If you also watch my YouTube shorts, you will certainly agree, because in that format I've already presented some more sophisticated options. Those will come under scrutiny in later episodes. As for now, allow me to introduce the twin bell. It can be designed in two ways, either with round slings only, as you see it here, or with one strap from gymnastics rings and ideally two short round slings, which make it considerably easier to adjust the length. A big shout out goes especially to Tsuchi for mentioning the idea first in this comment, and to all of you who also like to think for yourself. I'm becoming more and more proud of how smart my community is. Okay, both models of the twin bell are closely related to a dip belt. They do have one significant advantage though. You can get a twin bell on and off your upper back somewhat more conveniently than a dip belt, but also you don't need that much space underneath when you're performing the exercise with it. With a dip belt it's either that or the other. You can choose smaller plates and strap them on really tightly so you can use the dip belt from a lower height. But in my opinion this is quite cumbersome to do. Just watch me for a moment. And even then it might turn out the suspension is still somewhat too long. Just listen to the plates bumping against the floor. Or you can fix the dip belt with more slack so you can get in and out of it easily. But then in order to have full range of motion you have to put your hands and feet on rather high objects, like plyo boxes for example. Or use a step ladder for your feet and gymnastics rings for your hands, as you see me do here. Plyo boxes are pretty expensive and take up a lot of space. And gymnastics rings require a lot of stabilization work, which you don't necessarily want, at least not all the time. On the other hand, you can use the twin bell on ordinary chairs and still have no trouble loading it onto your back and off again. As many of you already know, round slings are really inexpensive and easy to fasten, and you can easily combine different sizes. But still, you won't be able to adjust the length continuously, so you will always end up with a belt somewhat longer than you need, which could limit your range of motion. And I have to admit that rather diminishes the advantage. As you can hear, the plates still hit the ground, just like before with the uncomfortably strapped dip belt. Also, chairs are great in terms of availability. Most likely you already have them. But what if you don't like the flat hand position and therefore would prefer parallettes? In that case, I'd recommend you assemble the twin bell with a strap from gymnastics rings. Make two equal stacks of plates and put each of them on a chair. Place the chairs about shoulder width apart. Thread a short round sling through the stack on each side. Connect the slings with a ring strap. Tie it down until there is almost no slack left. Then place the buckle in the middle, and for greater comfort, wrap a neck pad around each strand of the strap. Now, as you will see in a moment, I have no trouble at all using parallettes with full range of motion. And not only that, I can even start each rep from a considerable deficit for an extra stretch in my pectoralis major muscles. If you like this idea for weighted push-ups, please give the video a thumbs up. Share it with like-minded persons and write me a comment if you find the time. I always love to read from you. Also consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already and turn on the notifications so you don't miss the next episode. My name is Florian and I will continue to make an effort so that you don't get bored with your training.